Good morning and welcome. It's Jean with Captain Stitches, and this is Friday Stitch Tips and Chat. Welcome, everybody. Grab your beverage and a comfy chair and come on in and join me in the stitching cottage this morning. Let's see what I'm going to be working on. And let me say hello to everyone, first of all, which I've already greeted all of you early birds that are in the chat. We had a great time chatting together this morning before hitting that go live button. So welcome once again to all of you. Thank you for chatting with me early this morning. And good morning, Kelly. Do you feel any older from Kelly's Quilts and Cruises? From the cloudy and drizzly Fraser Valley of British Columbia. Well, we've got a few in the chat that are getting snow this morning and last night, Kelly. And it is cold here also, but no snow, thankfully. Yes, don't forget that thumbs up, everyone. Thank you, Danielle. And June Hansen is joining us this morning. Good morning, June. And Lorraine is here. Good morning to you. It is great to see so many of you already in the chat this morning. So, what is everyone planning on working on today? I hope you have something very stitchy in mind. June says that they had snow overnight also. And Kathy from Kathy's Quilts and Crafts is here. Good morning to you, Kathy. Eh, okay, Kelly says no, she thinks 55 is the same as 54 so far. Well, add a few years to that, Kelly, and we'll see how you feel then. Enjoy those 50s. Oh, South Gate. Okay, Mickey is letting Danielle know where she is in Michigan. And Kathy is here this morning. Good morning, Kathy. She is also one of the members of the Stitching Friends. Welcome, welcome. Okay, and Kelly says that her neighbor was mowing the lawn the other day. Oh, yeah. We've mowed our backyard once already, mainly because of the dogs keeping the grass down there where they are. Otherwise, it's a little early in Ohio to have to mow yet. So, good morning, Stir. Welcome to you. She says, good morning, Jean and all. And she is also one of the awesome members of the Stitching Friends. Okay, caught up with everyone that is in the chat. You should have, those of you that weren't here as the early birds, you missed out on a good chat this morning. Just you never know when I'm gonna pop on and go ahead and chat with those that are sitting there waiting as early birds in the chat. Had a good time doing that, and I enjoy doing that. Gets me ready and pumped up for the live. So, but this morning I am going to be working on a quilt for myself. Imagine that. But I just love that awesome, charming Lucy pattern that I did for charity and still will be doing several for charity from that pattern. But I have some charm squares that I really love myself, and I decided I'd like to make a little quilt for myself using that pattern this morning. And I know that Danielle also enjoys that pattern very much. It is an awesome pattern. So before I move what I have down here on my desk, if I can figure out where I am. Oh, and why can I not get up to what I want over here? We shall try and figure it out. I can't get up. Oh, because I didn't answer the question up there. It was covering up my my things that I need to click on up there. Sorry about that, everyone. Had to figure out what was going on there. But we will add in what shows the project view over there, and I will bring that in a little closer, which we can do that right now. Let me see. There we go. And there you can see that a little better, but these are the beautiful charm squares that I will be working on with this morning. Of course, these are you're seeing the wrong side on those because I had to have my diagonal drawn on all 72 of those little 2.5-inch squares, and the rest are the charm squares. And you've seen me do this quilt before, but I am going to be working on this for myself as we chat this morning. So that is what I am working on. And Danielle and Vicky are talking about it would be great to meet up in person. So that would be awesome. I'd love to be able to meet up with all of you in person at some point in time. But I need to bring myself back. There we are, until I am ready to start sewing on this. And the awkward quilter is here with us this morning. Good morning, Lisa, and welcome to you. She is also one of the members of the channel and the Stitching Friends. Welcome, welcome. You guys are just awesome. Yes, and Danielle is reminding everyone with that exclamation point selfie that if you are a content creator, all you have to do is put exclamation point selfie in the chat, and it will automatically bring up your channel link for everyone else to be able to go over and check out what you do on your awesome channels and see if they would like to hit that subscribe button also. And so go over there and check those out, everyone. We have some awesome content creators that join me here on Mondays and Fridays. So isn't that fabric pretty though? I really love it. It is so soft, and I think romantic looking is what I like to call it. A soft romantic feel. But ooh, we've got whip underneath my feet under here, so I need to be careful. Thank you. Kathy is also saying very pretty fabric. I've had that for a while. And Stir also loves the charm fabric colors. Good morning. Guess who, Nancy? Hi, y'all, and hi to you. And one more drink of the coffee before I get going here, and I see that Debbie is also with us this morning. Debbie Williams, welcome, welcome. Great to see you. She is also a member of the Stitching Friends, which if you don't know what I'm referring to when I say a member of the Stitching Friends, that is the name of the membership for my channel membership. And you can find out more about that by clicking on that button that says join right there by the bell and the subscribe button. And you will receive other information about that. If you ever have any questions about that, just send me a message and I will go in more detail about that for you. I need to make an introduction video on that explains that, and I will get around to that at some point in time. But Denise from Soap Patch 33 is also here with us this morning. Good morning to you. What do you think of So Yeah, Vicky, have been to So Yeah a couple times, and they are just their YouTube and what they do is too fast for me, too fast and furious. I can't keep up. So I am not one that watches and goes to So Yeah, so I can't really give you a comment on that. Not one of the places that I go to and watch, because it's just too I'm old and slow when they're fast and furious. Doesn't go together. Not for me anyway. But and Debbie says, "Hey Danielle, we could meet up between us along 75." Well, you just go for that, Debbie and Danielle. That's a little far piece and a little far away for what I can travel right now at this point in time. You are welcome, Vicky. I know there are others on here that do love so yeah, and drop a few of those green rectangular things there, but so I'm sure it's not bad. I just can't keep up with them. But good morning, Tracy. It is awesome to see you this morning too. And she is also one of the Stitching Friends members. So I am going to turn on my sewing view camera. We will add it to the spotlight here. And I am going to start going ahead and piecing on this quilt that I am working on. And I think what I will do, and Christine says that she is back, set my alarm, but sound was turned off. They don't work too well that way, do they, Christine? We just happen to have two little alarms that go off early in the morning. And so and they don't need sound. They vibrate the bed well enough to wake us up and let us know that hey, it is time for them to go out. But this quilt is made. Now he's really underneath my chair. You better watch your foot and face there, buddy. Oh, but these blocks are made just like you would a snowball block, the flip and sew method. I already have my diagonal line sewn on all of these 2.5-inch squares, and I'm going to be sewing just to the side of that line that I have drawn so that it takes up the space that we use when we flip and fold that over so that it comes out the correct size. That is why we do that. Everybody always says a thread or two to the right. Thank you, Guess Who, Nancy? I am just chipper. Let's just put it that way. I won't say I'm not sore, but I can put on a bright smile and greet you all and have an awesome time anyway. Just put on that happy smile and go on and deal with whatever it is that life has for you that day. And enjoy the stitching. That always brings a smile to my face anyway. But I am just going to chain piece some of these. It takes 4 of them to make a block. So sometimes I do 4, sew the block together and then do some more, but I think I would like to get a good variety to choose from. So I am just going to stitch up the majority of the rest of these, I hope. Oh, and good morning, Lori Clark. I'm sorry I almost missed you. Welcome, welcome. We can't miss Miss Lori Clark. She is always here, always bringing some laughter and fun to the chat. And good morning, our treasured home. It is awesome to see you this morning. That is Nancy. Welcome, welcome. Yes, we women do that. Yes, we do. And Kelly says, yes, a hair to one side does help. I had to figure that out when I made the Valentine's table runners. Yes, there is a reason for that. And it does, those slightest little things can make a difference in the accuracy of our quilts. Don't have to be perfect, but we can try to make them come out as nice as we can. And those little tips sure do help. And Gladys, the Confident Quilter, is here with us this morning as well. Welcome to you, Gladys. She is working on a beautiful quilt over at her channel. If it wasn't that I have so many projects to do, it is one that I would probably do along with her, but I just have to get some of the other ones that I have already going done first. So what do I do but start a new one this morning? But it's for me, so that's okay. And Maritza is here with Maritza's Yarn and Crafts. Hola, Maritza. It is great to see you. I hope I haven't missed anybody. Like I said, if I have, it is not intentional. But when that gets a little long back there, that's when I will decide to go ahead and clip these apart, move them to the side so we have room for more. Oopsie. That one got a little close. But of course, we do need to, and now I've got them going every which way. Let's line these back up so they all have the square in the same spot. There we go, because now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn them and I am going to sew the corner on the other side. And Charlotte DeRoches is here with us this morning. Good morning to you, Charlotte. Thank you for joining us. And I think everyone is just saying hello. Don't think I've missed anything so far. If you do say something or ask something and I happen to miss it, don't be afraid to go ahead and ask it again. No problems. And Christine says that she took a day trip and trying to put stuff back where I got it. Anyone else take twice as much to do? Yes, I always take way more than I need. Anytime I go anywhere and anytime that I have gone to a retreat or a stitch, just a stitch day with friends or whatever, when I used to be able to get out and about, I always took way more than I needed, way more than I could, get accomplished while I was gone. So yes, always had lots of stuff to put back when I returned. You're not alone in that, Christine. And Debbie is here, Sister Debbie. Welcome, welcome. Good morning to you. Who wants brownies? I'm here a little late, but it was justified. I guess if you're bringing us fresh, warm brownies out of the oven, that is awesome, Debbie. Everybody, take one. She brought them to share. Awesome. I was talking to Vicky before we came on one of the early birds, and we were talking about sharing, and I told her to just go ahead and share that awesome inspiration. That's always welcome as well. And so, yes, everybody says that they would like a brownie. Is that the Hugs quilt, Mama Jean? Well, you call it the Hugs quilt. Yes, it is the Hugs. It could be, hugs and kisses if you wanted to turn some of them. It's the Charming Lucy one is what it is, but I am going to call mine Charming London Lawns because that is the name of the fabric collection that I am working on. But yes, I mentioned earlier that I know that you love this pattern also. It is one that we did when we were doing the charity marathon. And yes, love it. Love cyber brownies. Yes, I do too. 0 calories, no fat, but boy, do they taste good. Lori Clark says, free brownies, yum. You made a hit this morning, Sister Debbie. Awesome, awesome. And those cyber brownies don't bother my allergy. So that's a bonus there too. Have to make sure I don't drop any crumbs on the floor though, because dogs can't have chocolate. Oh. Oh, I love that. I hope that you made a very large pan of brownies, Debbie, because everyone is enjoying them. We want to make sure we have enough to go around. That's one thing that I remember back when I did have several groups that I would go to on different days. And so with other quilting friends, there was always good food involved. I don't think we can get together as quilters and not have food also involved. But I'm going to throw those off to the side, and I am going to continue on with this stack and try and get all the individual steps done at once, and then I will go to the trimming and the pressing. Yep, won't put weight on your hips. Are they sugar-free? Well, they're sugar-free when they're virtual, Tracy. I'm going to experiment next Friday and start my live 30 minutes later so I can pop into Jean's live and say hi before I start mine. Okay, Kelly. Well, and I try to pop in after mine is over, but I also always have to pop in the house and take care of the hubby before after mine is over. So sometimes I don't make it, but I do watch the replay. Don't always comment, but I do watch quite a few replays. And Lisa says, I will take all the cyber food. Doctor's office called me and just stop eating for a while. Oh, yes. And Debbie says, sorry, Tracy, they have an Oreo topping. Oh, very good. Very good. I make an awesome from scratch Oreo chocolate cake that is really, really good. I'll have to share that sometime. Oh, I'm sorry, June. You have gonna have the snow that long? No, thank you. And I must have missed what Loretta said that was funny. I'm sorry. Oh no, dog has learned to open latch on doors. Yeah, I think Whip did that the other night when I let him out. But and Debbie is saying, "Hey Kelly, did you have cake for your birthday?" We hope so. I hope you had a awesome cake and an awesome birthday, Kelly. We all can't do everything. No, we can't. We try as hard as we can, but we just can't be everywhere all the time. But we do try. And Kelly says, no, we had pie. None of us really like cake much. Yes, my son is one that always wants pumpkin pie instead of a birthday cake. And so I understand that. And Jody Clavin is here and she says, Happy Friday. It is Friday. Thank you for reminding me what day of the week it is. Even though I go live on Friday, that doesn't mean I remember that it's Friday. I am always forgetting and wondering now, what day is it? So welcome to you, Jody. And Charlotte says, I had cheesecake for my birthday. Ooh, 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 ooh. Everybody's making me hungry this morning. Making me glad that we don't have snow, but making me hungry. Ferris can do that with the latch type door handles. Yes, he lifts it up with his nose because he's tall enough. Well, I think what Whip did was he jumped up and got his paws on it and pulled it down, which opens the door from the outside. Because, yeah, I went to let him in and I looked and the back door was open and I thought, none of us left that back door open. So I don't know if he'll be able to do it again, but whether it was just a lucky, stroke and jump there, or whether he will remember that, we shall find out, I guess. Luckily, we have a totally fenced in backyard, so don't have to, worry about anyone else noticing that we have a back door wide open. And nothing came in with him either, thankfully. That's always a plus. Gotta go. Work calleth. Have fun, everyone. Okay, Lisa, thank you for popping in. Okay, and Kelly is saying that's a good idea with the cheesecake. Oh, well, that is awesome, Nancy. She says that hubby has asked her out for lunch, so she needs to get in the shower. Never pass up a date. No, no, definitely not. Especially when it's the husband's idea. Enjoy. Have a great time, Nancy. Thank you for popping on with us this morning. Make sure I'm turning these the right way. Pay attention to not only the chat, but what you're doing also. I always say I can multitask, so let's make sure that we multitask correctly. Don't want to have to pull out my friend Josephine. She can stay in her little spot in the stitching cottage just fine. Let's just say that, with the infamous fall the other day, that I have a newfound reason to get the stuff behind the long arm finally organized, cleaned, and put away. So hopefully we don't have an incident like that anytime soon again. Which those of you that aren't aware, I did take a little fall behind the long arm on Wednesday and had to call my husband to come out and help me get up. And we won't go into too much detail, but he did. When he came around, he says, well, no wonder, look at all this stuff that's in the way. And had to move, some of it out of the way to be able to get in there to help me get back up. But so we will be taking care of that, and hopefully we'll be all done by the time the weekend is over. And Kelly says, we do too. With tall hedges and 6-foot high RV gate, no one can get our backyard very easily. Yes, and ours is privacy, so no one can see in either. And Debbie wants to know if Nancy's husband has an older brother. Oh, and Charlotte says that her son made chocolate ganache for the cheesecake. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm sorry. Got a little tickle though. Oh, and those bosses and that work is getting in Danielle's way of the chat again this morning. That's just not nice at all, is it? And Nancy says, sorry, Debbie, he's the oldest. Okay. And she says she's going to leave me on. Well, thank you. Maybe you'll come back home to who knows what video you'll be watching. But thank you very much, Nancy. That is so nice of you. And Kelly says that she will do some easy sewing today. My brain power doesn't feel that strong. I like how you put that. This is easy sewing also. Most definitely. This is a very, very easy and quick little quilt to do, which if I had 2 charm packs, I would make this one larger, but I only have one unless I search and find some other fabrics that I think might be able to go along with this so I can make it bigger. I will just be making a little A small one, but not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I will decide after it's made. Danielle says, Mama Jean, they are so pushy. And Tracy says, sorry that happened, Jean. I waiting for the cleaning fairy to straighten up my sewing room. Yeah, that's, I don't think that's gonna happen. Not out here. There is too much stuff, and other people just don't quilt or don't sew, don't understand where stuff needs to be in a, you know, stitching cottage, quilting cottage, sewing room. It's just not the same. So very hard to have somebody come in and help with that type of thing because we're kind of picky on where we want things. At least I know I am. I don't know about the rest of you, but and Vicky would like to see a picture of what I am making. Sure. This is the quilt pattern that I am using and making. It's called Charming Lucy. And you put these all together and it's kind of like a hugs and kisses, the X's and O's, but it's just the hugs part. And so that is what I am working on, Vicky. You are so welcome. And thank you, for your comment there, Tracy, about sorry that it happened. Yeah, I'm sorry too. Oh, and Kelly says, see you all around. All right, Kelly. And Katie Crafts is here with us this morning. Welcome, welcome to you. I must have missed something. Okay, there, that Stir is saying, church fish fry dinner for me and my honey. He's buying, I'm frying. Okay. Oh, those fish fries can be really good. Really good. There's been a couple times I've had to be the one in charge of a couple fish fries. That's not so much fun, but good time, good food, good fellowship is what I always say. Awesome. And June told Kelly that she can come and do hers when she's done. Okay. Now I really it I think most of you know I love organization and I love organizing and I am always trying to make my organization better. I know that's part of the OCD and the I'm sorry, I am a perfectionist, but don't mind being imperfect also. But so I always feel that I can change and do things better. Therefore, I am never finished organizing, but I love to do it and I love to help others also organize their areas. So if I was close to any of you, I would more than love to come over and help you organize your sewing, stitching, crafting areas. I think it's fun and exciting to do. Sometimes I can get just as much enjoyment out of that as I can stitching for the day. Almost, not quite. Oh, good morning, darling. No show with those little pink cans. It is great to see you this morning. And Vicky says that she is 89 years young, but I can still remember the last time I fell. I have a railroad track down my thigh to remind me. I understand. I understand that, Vicky. Oh, but yes. Always love everything that you share, Vicky. Letitia says, hello, everyone. Happy to see you doing well, Jean. Thank you very much, Letitia. Yes, I'm doing awesome considering, and I am so thankful and blessed that I wasn't, you know, hurt badly, that I didn't break anything because that is a very, very high chance for me. I have been told more than once by my um one specialist doctor that I can break a bone at any time just by doing nothing. So it is very, very scary when I fall because on the way down, I'm already thinking, oh no, this is not going to be good. But I am okay. And Christine says, same here, Jean, fun. Okay, so someone else that enjoys organizing and cleaning up their area. Great to hear that. Of course, that the OCD and the part of that sometimes can be a hindrance, but I think for the most part, it has more pros than cons. So except when your sister comes for a visit and is helping with dishes and you start turning the spoons in the drawers, she puts them away the other direction because they're not being put in there right. And so they stop helping and say, okay, fine, do it yourself then. That can be a little problematic, I guess. But I try. I try. There are some things that when people are helping, I see them. I was looking like, where did I put the rest of those? I try to ignore and then I just go back afterwards and redo. Oh, redo what I have been helped with because it's yeah, yeah. It's that can be a con to it because I know that something isn't the way that I want it. I can't do anything about it right then, but it is bothering me the entire time until I can go and change it back the way that I really want it to be. So, oh yes, Vicky, I can imagine. I can imagine. Yeah. I don't well, most of my I'm not 89 years young. I'm 67 years old, as my doctor, most of my specialists would say. They say I have the body of a 100-year-old, except some 100-year-olds have more original parts than what I do. But yeah, I don't have many original parts left anymore. Let's just say that. And Melody Kiefer is here with us this morning. Welcome, welcome, Melody. Ah, I like that. Christine says, nope, if anyone will help put dishes away, I can look for them later. And done is better than having to do. Mopping floor, different story. Yeah. No, my husband, when he used to help, um, I would just tell him to leave them on the counter. I'll put them away because it takes less time for me to put them away than it does hunting down. Okay, now where is that item when I want it? I was going to say there must be more squares over little squares. I was running out of my stack of my 2.5-inch squares with the line on them, and I thought, oh no, I've got more to go. Forgot that they were laying over there on the other station. But we're going to have to turn this stack around and do the other side of that pretty soon. Let me see if I've missed anything. Lori Clark says that she loves organizing. Must be the office manager in me. Oh, I was a human resource manager. I don't think that has anything to do with it because I had that problem before then, but I'm sure that it helped bring on some of those tendencies. Then, of course, being in the military where you have to organize everything makes a difference also. I don't know how strict they are in how things have to be folded and put away and everything like that now, but I certainly remember that from way back when I was in. But so now I'm going to put that on the other corner. I better make sure I've got bobbin. Yes, I do. Don't want to run out of bobbin while I'm doing this. Hmm. Ooh, look how pretty that one is. Isn't that is a beautiful, pretty pink and blue down here. And say we could go ahead and remove. Where's remove? And there, now you can see this a little closer while I'm sewing. You don't have to look at me, and I don't have to see me. So you can see that a little bit closer so you can enjoy these fabrics a little bit more. And I think you can also see how I am just to the right of that line that I have drawn there when I am stitching. But this way you get to see all the fabrics closer while I am doing this. I should have thought of that earlier. And we'll take a quick look at the time there. We are doing good. No worries there. Wishing hubby recalled his marine training way back when. I don't think men, well, some do. Um, my one son is very, very organized and does a lot of that to help and everything. But I think for the majority, there's a lot of men that just don't have that tendency like we women do. But they are good in things that we aren't, so it all evens out in the long run. When it comes to the maintenance and maintaining things around the home, that I have never had to worry about. Hubby's been very good at that. Anything I dream up that I want done, he's always good about doing. Of course, that's changing the now with the circumstances, but that's all right. Many, many years of getting lots of stuff done. Do it yourself. And Vicky says that she agrees with me. Okay. That's good. Nice to know somebody agrees with me. Oh, I have to see what's down here because I know that there's going to be about four or so of these that don't get used. I want to leave that green one in there because I know there's not as many of them. I'm trying to see which would be, we'll just let it be a random draw of what it is that I run out on. Because I need 36 of these to make the blocks. And I think there's 42, so there will be some extra. And I got quiet there for a minute. Quiet, quiet. These are definitely my colors. Love these colors. Close to the colors of the cottage, not quite. I'd have to remove the turquoise. I could do that someday. There'd be so much that'd have to be moved out of the way to repaint in here though that not looking forward to that. And Vicky says, us youngsters have to stick together. Yes, we do. Uh, and I'm going to sew on the other side of these to make sure I don't get ahead of myself and run out of the squares before I'm aware of it and don't have the other side on these done. And check that bobbin in between also. This is beautiful too. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, which yeah, that's the right side that what you will be seeing as the right side of that fabric that's going with it. I didn't look at that for a minute. It didn't look like it was going the correct way, but it is. Okay. We are just humming along on this morning. And I did in my way of resting, did rest yesterday. I mean, I got not yelled at, but scolded, I guess you would call it, from a couple people because they thought I was doing more than I should be doing. But I really, even though I was out in the cottage, I really wasn't doing anything that I was much on my feet and moving around much, but I did play around in EQ8 again, and I did design another oh, I gotta think. Another quilt that I will be using for veterans quilt charity. And I also made it so that it can be in the infant baby size, toddler size, and lap quilt for the adult veterans. And because I have an appointment coming up and I want to get at least, a few of the veteran expectant mothers quilts done so I can take along with me, I did pull the fabrics then last night that I will use for the first one using that pattern. And it is a cute pattern. I would show it to you, but my printer kind of ran out of ink in the middle of printing it last night, so it doesn't have a nice photo of the pattern to share right now, but I will share that at a later date and after I have tested to make sure that I have everything correctly and the first quilt made. I will share that. So you have that to look forward to. I love pink, purple, and turquoise. Ooh, Danielle, somebody else likes our colors. You were cutting. Well, I didn't have to cut these squares, so all I had to cut was a few strips, not very many, and that was late last night. So yes, I was cutting. I don't think and I also, I'm sorry, yes, I did cut the fabric for the one block that I was other block that I pieced part of. It wasn't much. That's just standing there. That's not doing anything, Debbie. Oh, and Debbie, the other Debbie says, yes, some of us just have mother hen tendencies. Well, I don't refer to it as mother hen, but that's okay. We'll stick with that, Debbie. Oh, I am someone who has had to deal with, you know, with lots of pain and problems and disabilities for many, many years. So I have a tendency to deal with it differently than what a lot of other people do because I have learned many, many coping skills when it comes to that. Yes, that is very true. Yes, I am lucky. No, I was gonna say, yes, I am lucky that you don't live close by, um, Debbie, but no, I would love if you lived close by. Oh, but I might not get as much done, but it would be awesome if we all lived in the same close vicinity, wouldn't it? That would be, oh, what a time we all would have. Just think of all the trouble we could get into and all the good things we could also do. But I like also that Christine put balance between being sitting and standing or things get stuck. And that is very, very true, Christine. That is why everything in my stitching cottage is placed the way that it is so that I do have to get up and move around instead of sitting in one area and just turning in the chair to do things, which I turned in the chair and I realized, well, you can't see me turning. You can only see right here right now. But we'd party all day. Yes, we would. We could party with fabric. Oh, the games we could come up to play with fabric. And I am going to be close at running out of bobbin here, which I think it's going to last long enough for me to, hopefully, if I slow down, it will last to the end of this live. And I may just get all this first step of these done during this live. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. This is one of those quilts that when you start working on it, it's one you don't want to stop until it's completely finished. Because I can already see how awesome and what a beautiful quilt this is going to be when it is completed. It's like, oh, I want to get it done and enjoy it. And on to the next one. Make more room out here. That's what I say. And there is So Terry. Good morning and welcome to you, So Terry. Great to see you. And Vicky says, if we all live close together, we could start our own quilt guild. Yes, we could. We could. We could have an awesome, awesome quilt guild. I have always wanted to start a daytime quilt guild because all the ones around here are in the evening. And I do not drive in the dark. Cannot see to drive in the dark. So I think that we need a daytime quilt guild. Of course, could do a virtual one, but that's just not the same. Already get together virtually in other ways. Okay, I see that I have only one more block, squares for one more of the blocks to do, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 under here. I'm trying to get them so you all can see. We'll see. We have a yellow. We have one of the white. We have one of the bluish, one of the lighter pink, and one of the darker pink. Which one should we do? Put you to work here this morning. Tell me which one, because I only have one block left to do. The rest will be put to the side. Which one should I use? Woohoo, lunchtime, day 5 of the hostage situation. I mean, workday is almost done. LOL, Danielle, you are too funny. You are too funny. Oh, don't everybody shout out at once which square they think I should use. We've got dark pink, blue, pink, white, blue, dark pink, white. And it stopped. Is everybody else gone? Blue. We got 3 blue. 1, 2, 2 white, 2 dark pink. We need a tiebreaker. Somebody throw a tiebreaker in here quickly. Who hasn't already voted? Blue. Okay. Just so we can get it done, we'll go with the blue. Got the others to the side. And hope that we don't run out of bobbin. That would be awesome. What a great morning it would be. Get all the blocks done. We all got to share in a decision in the quilt, and I don't run out of bobbin. That means the rest of the day is going to be an awesome day. So there we are. And guess who Nancy says she will be right back? And so does Lori Clark. Well, I might not be here when you are back, but thank you for joining us this morning. And I am going to remove the spotlight there. Ooh, and let's. Hello, I'm still here, everyone. Okay, so I got this whole, I'm going to have to cut some extra. I just found 3 blocks laying over here that I didn't put the other side on. So that means that there are a few more extras, but I am going to go ahead because I do have extra fabric. I will cut the squares for these that I just saw over here that only have one side on it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. But that is awesome that I was able to get that done. And here is one of the blocks. So you see, get an idea of how that is going to look. But beautiful, 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 beautiful. There may be some that look turquoise, but there is no turquoise in this fabric. It may look that way on the camera, but there is not. It is blues and greens and pinks and yellows and whites. Beautiful, beautiful, soft, romantic colors. And this is, I don't know what, I forget what this collection that I chose for the background fabric on that. I don't remember what collection that came from. Just was in my stash and looked like it would be pretty with it, and that's what I went with. So, but thank you, everyone. Stir put in the light blue there, but we used, which I think that was the only the only blue in there out of the choice. Yes, it was. And so that is the one that we went with. Thank you for making that decision for me this morning. I hope that you have enjoyed chatting this morning and watching as I was able to get almost all the blocks done with that, except for those three I found hiding over there. She was just kidding. Okay. And thank you. Yes, it is a pretty block. Going to be a beautiful quilt. Looking forward to getting that one completed. And I'm not sure how I will quilt that one yet, but I'm thinking it might be done on the long arm because I think I would like to possibly do some feather work on it to add to it. That would be beautiful. But and everyone is saying goodbye to everyone, saying have a pleasant afternoon. Don't forget on your way out, thumbs up. If there's any of you that are in not the live chat that are watching and are not subscribers, hey, go ahead. Come on and join us in the live chat. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to get notifications when I do go live and drop other content. Would love to have you along with us. Those of you that are already subscribed, hey, share it out with a friend. You never know who else might be interested in the content and things that I share or who might be inspired. So thank you, everyone. Thank you to all of you for supporting and being along with me in every endeavor that I try to do. Really appreciate it. So have an awesome weekend, everyone. I will see you back here Monday morning, same time, same station. And remember, always, I hope that I have inspired just one person to do something in their sewing area today or in the near future, or to try something they haven't tried before. That is always what I hope to do with the things that I share with you, is just inspire you, bring a smile and joy to someone through the joy of stitching and quilting. And in the meantime, I can keep you in stitches. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.